You know what it is. I just wanna be wild. Make it all yours. So now you run away from things. Yeah, you go through some. Never been the one to try to. Yeah, it's not in your genes. Always wearing your chains. Yeah, it's just never let you go. Never let you go. Focused on the cross, from the status quo. You don't be status quo. Yeah, you gotta know. Never let you go. Never let you go. Focused on the stars. From the status quo. You don't be status quo. Yeah, you gotta know. Never let you go. Be with a nigga who stays, you know I don't change. Yeah, if I got a problem with something, we parallel like a case. Yeah, you think the one I can fix, so I don't miss. We got miss, yeah. How come we'll let them be fixed? It's about time they know what it is. My homie, my lover, my bitch, gotta admit, yeah, you shit. I know what it is, cause you got it. You tell me, you tell me, you got it. Hope you never change. Hope you stay the same. I just let it walk. Yeah, take it all. Somebody right wherever it is. Yeah, you don't do some. Never been the one to try to see. It's not in the genes. Always wearing your chain. You are brave. Oh, never let you go. Never let you go. Focused on the cross. I know it's all. You don't be sad. Yeah, you gotta know, you gotta know, let you go, let you go. I wanna focus on the stars. Focus on here we go. Yeah, you gotta know, you gotta let you go. I know that you hate your situation. I just wanna be the one to change it. Telling me that you wanna see me make it. I see you deserve the same thing. I know that you hate your situation. I just wanna be the one to change it. Be the one that loves to take his place, yeah. I know I think you should get off. You know I think you should get off. We both know that we deserve it all. No, you don't have the patience. Girl, don't keep me waiting. I just think that you should get off. Hey, you do it different than most. You push a negative ghost. Thinking relationship goals. My little diva riding like Keisha. You get it up when you post. You never reach us that when we drinking. You let it cue up the toast. You avocado your toast. You run it up like the post. Got you my business, you been committed. I love your spiritual flow. Might make a nigga propose. I love your shape and that's how it poke. You my little girl, girl, you my baby, thinking about baby. Girl, I'm so serious, don't play. Cause you inspire me, something so place. You got that energy straight from the face. That's how you give me unique, cause you make it. Such a great girl, save me. I've been investing in myself. Plotting to cut off that nigga to do it much bigger than better. I think you should cut him off. You know I think you should be involved. We both know you can solve. You don't have to patience, girl. Don't keep me waiting. I just think that you should off. You know I think you should be involved. We should be involved. We don't have to set it off. Don't have to girl. Don't keep me waiting. You should be off. Me and my niggas tend to move different. We only boss up with the glad
You're trying to get this shit.
Shit hard, ain't it?
Huh? What'd you say?
I said shit tough, ain't it?
I'm trying to get it probably before we start the show.
You know what? A lot of people say that they are artists, and it don't be. I be like, no,
I know, right? All right.
this ain't that kind of situation.
You said what?
I said this ain't that kind of situation.
Mm.
What you drinking?
So
Hey y'all! Oh, I can see the comments now. Hey Darius. Hi Desi. Hey Christine, cousin. I saw you getting your miles in, baby. I'm proud of you, boo.
that was
Good.
All right. Well, you ready? I'm about to pop the champagne. We're gonna start how we was gonna start.
Y'all.
So typically, y'all, we doing this behind on the mic. Suki is
behind
and I'm holding the microphone and trying to get the champagne popping. No pun intended.
And I usually have my cup out. Like, here, give me some.
What you drinking? What you drinking? Jack. I'm gonna listen. If I finish this champagne bottle before that we finish the show, I'm gonna get some makers. I got some makers over there. So hopefully, I promise y'all, I won't be jaded tonight. That's not the vibes I'm gonna give y'all.
Because I was definitely fab last week.
I was bugging, and I apologize to anyone that saw me like that. Right? That was not me. That's
it
not.
It was one of the. You know when you know your man's is man down in the club and shit, and they be like, "Yo, somebody go over there." And like, I don't know what to do. You know?
Right. All right, so you ready to start?
Yeah.
This is
Black podcast for your black ass.
I am Dolo and this is episode called We Live, baby.
Already 100.
I'm trying to do this, it didn't work out. There we go.
Oh, when I get the leggings.
So
I want to be clear because I've said this on every episode that my biggest fear is being popped in the eyeball with a champagne cork. And I was nervous when you did it and we're not even in the same space. And I was over here like, oh shit.
Right.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah, we got people loading in. We got okay. I see some people. Yo, I just now see you. What up, Derek? Okay. What up, cousin? All right.
Yeah.
Here.
I've been getting the miles. I'm proud of her. Des worked out with us today too.
Are you doing so? You trying to do 100 miles in the month of July? Yeah.
Well, we did 100 miles in the month of June, and so now we have to try to recreate that same thing and do 100 miles in the month of July.
That's dope.
So it's really not about the weight loss thing. Of course, that's an added thing, but a part of this whole Black Lives Matter stuff and all. I don't want to say stuff that's minimizing it, but the movement for Black Lives Matter encompasses more than just police brutality.
True.
So it's about our health. You know what I'm saying? Our economic, wealth and being able to have access to resources for our babies to have adequate schooling and resources as well. And most importantly, Black women have hypertension and diabetes and obesity, just trying to get people moving and being a little bit more healthier. So
totally agree.
All
right. Well, I guess we can start with we can start with what we start with. Normally, we're trying to do this a little bit different for what we're doing because we're actually going to give you guys a show this time. So we're giving a real show. We're not just going to ask questions. For the beginning, for the most part, we're going to do a show. The thing that y'all hear on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, all that, we're going to give you that. but y'all gonna be able to see us. So we can get into how was your week, Suki? You can go first.
All right. So, how was my week?
Even
It
though
was
you
lit.
feel like, you said it was
Yeah, I
nice.
mean, it was lit. Like, Upward Bound just started, so we're doing everything virtual, which is
I'm a graduate of Upper Bound
I
in Buffalo, New York. So shout out to that.
likewise.
You
So,
was Upper Bound in Jersey?
yes, at Rutgers.
You know what? You've said that before. I totally forgot about that. That's what's up, yo.
So I'm telling you, Upward Bound makes decent people. You know, I really feel like it's the kids that they didn't think we was going to like be nothing, but it's not like that now. It's totally, well, at least this program here is a little bit different because these kids are like phenomenal. They are like willing to learn. Even the fact that they show up on a virtual level and this is like not, mandated, and they show up on time, like they're invested in their future. Shout outs to Christine. She was in Upward Bound too. So
Was she at Rutgers? Was she at Rutgers as well? Or
Christine, what location were you at? You could type it.
Yeah, she'll type it in.
It was good. It's good to see. Yes. Okay. And FCU. All right. So it's good to have representation. You know what I'm saying? And just the conversations that we have. And so I normally teach college admissions and the human services class. The human service classes was canceled because it's more of like an in-person kind of thing. It's really hard to kind of do that separate.
Right.
But college admissions thing, we pushing through. So I'm proud of them, and they showing up and they doing it. So, and then I have taco night with my seniors on Friday. So.
Oh, that sounds fun. Where is it? Is that gonna be like? Is that gonna be like at your place, or y'all like gonna like somewhere else?
I'm gonna host it here. So it's me and the girls. It'll be about maybe 12 to 14 of us. Brian sponsors some gifts for them, like a journal for the girls. Nice. So it's gonna be dope. Like, I'm excited to see them. I haven't seen my kids since March, so this is gonna be really nice to be able to get together and
if I can offer a quick little thing. So I don't have a journal, but I have my bill book. I'm an old man, so I write my bills I do my budget every week. I write down my budget stuff. But if I can offer you a little suggestion to tell them at the very last page, tell them to write down the goals that they want to achieve for the remaining of this year and next year. And every time they write in that journal, tell them to open up first. Don't open it up from the front to from the first page. Open it the back page first. Read that to themselves, even if it's really quick and they don't even believe in it. Read it to themselves and then start writing in their journal. And then you'll be amazed writing something down and then reading it, what you can achieve when you do that. Just throwing that out there. I'm not trying to get off my little, my TED talk.
I think that's a phenomenal idea. So we definitely going to get up. We're going to link. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. I see Christine just said, I love your taco night. Yes. Remember the taco night we had at the Airbnb? Yeah. All of us.
Lit.
Yeah, that was lit. Yeah, most definitely. So taco night is always a thing.
So you thank you. I'm telling you, the idea, it really does work. Christine said that I have to say this out loud, guys, because this will be stripped down to audio for Spotify and SoundCloud and everything. So people that just want to hear it and not watch our pretty faces. But Christine said she agreed with me, and that's something I've been doing for the past since my little 2016 rut, when I was like, I gotta do something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start willing things and believing more in the things that I'm doing. So that's when I started doing it. But I'm sure people have been, doing it in their own type of way. But yeah, so that's what you got going on. Your week has been good. Totally different than when, like, during the school year and all the things every week, you like, fuck, man. Everybody working doubles. Everybody on the left. It's 4 people all over the place.
I mean, Ant's on here, so he knows because we work together. And Darius. So, us 3 are like we rock out, for real. And still be getting written up. Sips tea.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Glenn. He is the owner of Mahi's Brandy. He actually sponsored our last live event. It's a Black-owned brandy company.
The only reason, listen, Listen, if there was no global pandemic,
because you see, I'm drinking this now, so
yeah.
I'm waiting on the bottle, Glenn.
Yeah,
What's
we
up?
waiting. The only reason why we haven't done 3 more shows or 3 more type of events like that is because of the global pandemic. But
right.
I guess
and
like
I want Coronas to my house.
You don't want no, yeah, nobody want no Coronas. The Coronas ain't no joke.
Even though you have new sex partners, though, but
you said what?
It's the new sex partners for me.
Okay.
Not for me, but I'm saying like people want to like.
Oh, I'm like, okay, you with it, huh? You're on your shit right now. It's too early. I got some more bottles.
Still getting it in.
You know, I'm closer to DC. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of town, but when I come back, I'm definitely gonna pull up and get some bottles. No, I'm not going to Miami, y'all. So don't think that. But anyway, my week was it has been pretty normal. You know, I didn't I'm going working. I'm back in the office, but I am my office is like separate from everything. It's upstairs, and like the gambling and everything is like away. I get my temperature checked every day, and that doesn't really mean anything, but I am in the office a lot. But the reason why we are recording and not doing our normal Thirsty Thursdays and decided to do the show Wednesdays because of me. I'm actually going out of town tomorrow morning, so I gotta not drink too much, but I might, whatever. I'm flying, which I'm nervous about, which we'll talk on that a little bit later. But my daughter's birthday is this Saturday. My daughter is turning 7.
What up, Danny?
Yeah. My daughter is turning 7, so I'm excited. It's gonna be a little different. She's in that in-between stage where, all right, it's nothing big, but originally the plan was, just before this global thing, like, because my daughter she's been talking about her birthday since last year in like December, like literally opening up Christmas gifts and talking about her birthday, what she wants. Which is a whole thing that, trying to figure out to tell her like, oh, chill out. Like, all right, be thankful for what you got and be thankful for the present, right? But
she's setting the tone. So she want to let y'all
know. These are the things that I want. But she, I don't ruin your Thursday. My bad. I'm sorry. I mean, y'all could go live with Suki. I might jump in and out, but I'm you're not doing it.
Y'all questions on Thursday nights get very ratchet. When we left YouTube and went to IG.
7-Eleven? That's what up, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yo, raising cancer is something different. Raising a cancer. Something different.
Krabby Patty.
Oh my goodness, something.
Dez's birthday is coming up too. She's also a Cancer. So they're the feelers of the world.
Yeah, they definitely feel everything. All right, so look, that's what I got. My daughter's birthday. Going back home for a few days. It's gonna feel good. But I'm literally trying to get in and get out because it costs money. Having and like traveling and all that shit costs money. I'm gonna go there, spend a whole bunch of money and all that. But I'm happy. I wouldn't change any of that for the world. But let's get into some fun shit. So you gotta bear with me, y'all. This is all new to us, and I'm still learning this thing. So we gonna give y'all a virtual clip. So for the listeners and the followers, the people that's watching right now, we're gonna do a clip. And it's actually 50 versus everybody. So y'all know where we going with that one. So I think I got.
Keep in mind that you can chime in on the side on the live comments.
We will
try to make sure that we get to everybody and that we acknowledge, what you have to say and what you have to offer. Right. This is a podcast where we amplify Black voices. Before we get into anything, Black lives, all of them matter. Okay. So make sure that you supporting Black businesses, taking care of your families, taking care of yourself, and all of that good stuff. All right. So
what she said.
100.
100. Gang. All right. So look, I'm gonna try to see if I can do this the best way I can for this so y'all can see this goddamn shit. So give me a quick second, and we're gonna play this. And
you see what I'm saying? And I look and I go, yo, this is why they get mad, they get angry. You see a lot of sisters, they go, oh, you with this kind of girl and that kind of girl. That shit is exotic. Stupid. That shit looks a lot different from the shit that you see in the neighborhood all the time. It looks like that shit looks like it come off a boat, man. You don't like that, motherfucker? You don't like that? You know, goddamn, what's the matter with you? You know, like something foreign, like something that you can't just get. So in some kind of ways, it is interesting to explore. You know what I'm saying? But they get mad, they get angry. How did you end up with this motherfucker on this side?
For real. They get
I was looking
real.
at it like, oh, look at this angry. And then my instinct always makes me defensive. So I go, look at this angry black motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking ignorant, yo.
You understand what I'm saying? To you?
All right, so Suki, go ahead. I'll let you go. You start with that shit.
Okay. So let me start by saying this. You can see that 50 Cent is in the background here in my living room because the G Unit album is
like, yo, I fucks with
monumental. It is a point in our lives that was history, right? So, yeah, that's that on that. Let's hit my big ass socks and coffee, y'all. Okay. So, 50 Cent made this comment about women being exotic or whatever, and that, there was an ability to be able to find women that you wouldn't normally find around your way, which also we know what that means, like Black girls, right?
Pretty much.
So I just want to put out there that in a time like this, where we're really trying to be productive and like change the narrative for us as a people, these types of conversations are like really counterproductive. And if you have an opinion on both sides, type it in the box. Danny said it was echoing, so I apologize for that. But pretty much, he was just saying that he saw interest in exotic women. He had access to other women that he didn't find around his neighborhood, right? Being a person that's from the tri-state area, this is a conversation that we have a lot, where a lot of the Black guys where we're from think that they have made it if they are dating a Spanish girl or something of that nature, because they feel like that's exotic, that's pretty. And also a lot of the guys that I went to high school with, would make comments about the Black girls, but they're in our DMs presently as adults, but they were the ones that dated a lot of white girls when we were in school. So they never had any interest in us, never talked to us like that, didn't even fuck with us like that. But, now fast forward, all the Black girls in my graduating class are lit equally. So I will say that. But it's just interesting to me that like we're still having that conversation. And I think my opinion of it is that it's just counterproductive. Black women are exotic. We come in all different colors. We have different hair textures, different shapes, sizes, all of that. Like, we're all different. Right. So I don't like the nature of that conversation. I really don't respect Wayne because, he said he don't see racism. And 50 did check him about the Black Lives Matter movement. But I feel like, again, it was just kind of contradictory that you're checking somebody about Black Lives Matter, but then you turn around and have this conversation about exotic women.
A lot of that shit is relative, because clearly, and this is how I look at it. Obviously being a Black man growing up in the hood, in Buffalo, New York, the exact thing was the Puerto Ricans. That's what back in the day, that's where everybody, they didn't like my Black ass. They never did. They didn't. Seriously, I'm not even gonna lie. So, like growing up and hearing my homeboy saying I want something exotic, you just heard it, and I just didn't understand why. And that's why I say it's relative, because there's probably people there's white men saying they want something exotic talking about a Black woman. There's men in Europe saying they want something exotic talking about they want a Black woman, but it's all sexualized. If you want something exotic, you want something that's a property. Like you don't really you want something exotic, or you want to be with somebody that looks exotic, or what that is. I don't know. I don't like to.
As women, have we ever said like, "Oh, that nigga exotic"? Like,
probably,
we never said that. We don't say that. So, just for the people who said that it was echoing, let me just read what the quote was. So, 50 made remarks about.
Let us know if we are still getting an echo. I'm trying to like adjust the levels and everything. So let me know.
I think it was just a clip. I think the clip was echoing.
Oh, you didn't mute your. Okay.
Yeah, 50 made remarks about the angry women who are mad that men like exotic girls. They get mad, they get angry, 50 said. You see a lot of sisters go, you fuck with this kind of girl and you fuck with that kind of girl. That shit is exotic. That shit look a lot different than the shit you see in the neighborhood all the time. That shit look like it came off a boat. Sis.
I think that
Why? Why are we doing this still?
it's trash. It's trash to say that, you know. But honestly, that nigga that literally went and got a child. His child looked like his child is Asian, ain't it?
I think he might be Hispanic. I know that's his baby mother. I know the girl that he's dating now, which is Cuban links. She, I think she is Cuban and Italian and black or
His
something.
child, the young one that was probably like.
He's not with that girl no more. He's not with her.
But wasn't she Asian?
I don't know. She might have been Blasian, like black and Asian.
I don't know, man. Look, I don't that you know. I don't know. I can't. You know, I think it's trash to say that. And here's the thing. Wayne was just listening because Wayne been through that shit back in the day. Wayne went through that shit. No, that was another rapper that did that. That was Young Berg I'm thinking of. But Wayne had his own little fit in you know, talking about black women. And you did post something on Facebook that I totally recommend. Not recommend, but I totally agree with what you're saying. And to bring it all together, like, how I feel is like you're very much so right. If y'all feel something, if you like something that's not a black woman, cool, that's cool. Say that, but don't downplay a black woman. That's it. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
where I'm at right now is that you are okay to have your preference. Okay, like it's totally okay with me. I don't mind it. It doesn't matter. But what I think
though. But after, go ahead. No, keep going. Keep going. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like we have to be speaking consciously, like for real, like and I'm not talking about this hotep like fake woke like Dr. Umar shit. I'm talking about like some real shit. Like the things that you're saying are counterproductive. And you know, for people to give this type of platform for somebody to even say the shit that you say, we know that 50 is disrespectful, but even his girlfriend, who knew that was kind of out of pocket, when she wished him a happy birthday, she responded in the caption and said, "Don't worry, ladies, I already knocked him upside his head." So we can't say, you know, there were some men who were saying that y'all are reaching by, you know, making this a big deal or whatever like that. But the reality is, like, that is a counterproductive conversation. We have real shit going on right now. And, like, you're talking about women being exotic or whatever. You can like what you like, put respect on black women's names. Period.
No crap. I literally was just talking to somebody about this. Like, yo, if we got some issues within our shit, it's like we need to keep it in house. Like, it's some shit that just shouldn't be said. Like, keep that shit, like, because we have to. At the end of the day, we all black. You know, most of us, we all black, right. And we gotta. You know what I'm saying? We don't want them, the others, to look at us as weak or look like we are divided. We need to be a united front. So within that is very self-destructive, self-destructive to hear that. So. But I saw it. I'm not gonna lie. I do like 50 Cent. I like his. He fucking wild, and it just reminded me.
That was a stupid ass comment to make. Like it was just dumb to make. But if that's your reality, hey, that's weird flex. But all right. So right. This comment here said from Ant. I think the way it was delivered was ignorant and insensitive due to how the climate of today's society. It definitely could have been said differently. However, we are attracted to things we aren't. I will say this, the self-hate is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, you know, we really have to look at like the shit that come out of our mouths sometimes because it's crazy. We're used to seeing, i.e. college girls, sometimes attracted to hood niggas like county girls, which are girls from the suburbs. If you're not from Baltimore, that's what that means. I love videos of that ass that can twerk because I've never experienced it.
Okay, there's that. I dig it. All right. Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Someone else said that I'm gonna get to Glenn's thing in a second, but another person said that conversation is the very reason why black girls are so hard on themselves.
Sorry, I know the person. Oh, what up?
Yeah. That's real. Like, that's real. And I think that even with the ass twerking, like, I had to tell somebody the other day, I think you need to clean up your timeline a little bit. Like, I think you need to clean up what you're looking at, and like, you know, all of these things feed our minds. You know what I'm saying? And I took heed to that when a guy told me that one time, like, yo, I'm thinking about cleaning up my timeline. Like, the shit that I be looking at just is not conducive to the person I'm trying to be. Like, I gotta clean it up. It's nothing wrong with being interested in what you like, but I guess for women, and this may not be for everybody, it seems sometimes like guys will date one type of girl, but what you're interested on the internet is something different. So I guess that's that thing, like, you like what you can't have, but do you really like your girlfriend? I don't.
think it's.
I'm confused.
I really do think it's sexualized. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, dudes want the girl. Like, no dude want a chick that's sticking their tongue on in every picture, and then they want, like, I've literally heard dudes say wow shit. Like, you know, they want this type of chick, and then, but that's not the chick they want in their crib. That's not the chick they want to introduce to their mother. You know, so these are all those things that, you know, I don't know. But
that's the Madonna and the whore complex, where men want the woman to be a Virgin Mary, but, you know, not a hoe, no past. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be nasty. You know, that's a lot.
speaking of which, let me see if I can do this alley-oop. I've been trying to get better with my transitions. So speaking of which, Suki had been in talks with a dope individual. This man is a great singer. He is an Ohio player, and an Ohio player. don't say that.
Cleveland has a sore spot for me. Like,
but originally I remember Suki bringing it up. He said something on Twitter, and we're gonna, don't worry, homie, we ain't gonna, this is all gonna be, we gonna bring it all back together. But he said something. Suki, once you do that, I'm gonna work on bringing him into the conversation.
okay, so I want to introduce you all to Mr. Todd Zag Jr. He is an Ohio native. He's a very talented R&B artist. He is definitely missing out on his mainstream notoriety because he's dope as fuck, and I'm not gassing it. I'm telling you real shit. And he also just dropped his new single on June 22nd of this year called Never Let You Go.
Was it 23rd?
23rd or 20th? Okay. Whatever.
And I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all seeing me. I'm still learning this whole shit, so y'all gonna see me more. But I'm don't worry, I'm gonna try to fix the shit. I don't know, but sorry, go ahead.
But I did want to make sure I give a bomb ass introduction. So I follow him on Instagram, and I do appreciate that he uses his platform for positivity. And speaking out on things that normal people really don't even have the courage to speak up and discuss. So while he is a talented and amazing artist, he is a voice of the community and the voice of us people, Black people. So that's pretty dope. So you give it up for you.
So Mr. Todd Zach Jr., come on now. So you gotta finish. You gotta say his name. God damn it,
my boy.
What's good, homie?
What's up, man?
Yo, man, I want to say, so I like the song that you just dropped in June. Shit is fire. So I put it as I'm like getting ready for the joint, I like sent it to my sister.
Yeah.
And like I'm at her crib right now, and she was like, I heard her listen to it while I'm like getting ready, and she's like, I'm going through it, and I'm like, I'm trying to understand why I haven't heard any of him before. I was like,
yeah,
lit, right? He's lit.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Let me click on this shit because, you know, I was just saying earlier, sometimes people are like, I'm an artist, check my shit out. Right. And I'm just like, you know, all right. I'll be looking like, this
like,
ain't
all right, nigga. Like, all right, okay, yeah, I'm gonna play this later.
I was like, damn. And then even if you guys go on, he's on all digital platforms. If you go on to iTunes and you look at the cover work for a lot of his stuff, he's using black women with afro. It's lit. Like, so I really respect the movement. I love what you do. It's really dope. And I was surprised that you even responded back to the messages. I was like, damn, let me just see if we could work it out.
I asked why.
Well, because, you know, most people on this social media platform, you know, don't like to engage. They like to be seen, but they don't really want to engage. So there have been people that we tried to bring on the show or we tried to collaborate with, and it just kind of went to shit. And we are just here. Yeah, we're here. Look at my mother talking about. Can you please type his name out?
I got you, man. I got you.
Love.
So, we try to connect, and it fucks up all the time. And like, we're a space where like we believe in all Black voices being heard. We want to big up everybody. We want to support everybody. That's something that when we started this, that's what it was about. It wasn't about us being, popular or anything. We've had so many different kind of people on our show, which is just lit. But this by far is pretty dope because you have an amazing project and you have a voice of the community. So that's dope.
Thank you.
So can we? All right. So look, I wanna do all the little radio shit first. Yeah. Not first. I want to do that in a second. But Suki, I remember Suki mentioning something that you said, and she told it to me. Suki, you remember what he said on Twitter? You don't.
In so many words, I'm paraphrasing, so it might not be word for word. But he discussed how he made a transition from the way that he was treating women at one point of the year to presently, that he had kind of had some reflection about that and that things needed to be different. Yeah. He has also been a person who's used his platform to say about all Black lives mattering, and people with their homophobia, and that shit is not tolerated. It's not acceptable. He's not with it. So I value and appreciate all of that. And even just hearing a man say, how I was moving at one point to how I govern myself now is I'm two totally different people. And I realized that I needed to make some change.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead. Talk, man.
No, I was just going to say, she pretty much hit on it because it was two separate things. Yeah. The first one was, I was kind of talking about just like I had done like a conversation piece with someone in Vegas. And then we went from that into me talking about it and then talking about how, just where I'm at in my life now, bro. Like it was just one of them things where a lot of growth occurred. And I was able to reflect on like where I'm at presently or at that time versus where I was months previous and just be able to kind of step back and look at the growth. So I spoke on that in conjunction with hearing a song on Tiana Taylor's album where I was like, I had tweeted about it, but I posted it on Instagram too, just talking about how the nigga she was talking to in the song, like from a place of growth, I could see that she was talking to the nigga I was. And then and then from that, I was just talking about once the news came out about the transgender girl Toyin, who died in Tallahassee, like the situation where she had like the guy who was stalking. And I had just basically spoke out about, I've been vocal the whole time, but I had kind of got tight because I seen homies of mine who they were so like pro George Floyd, pro Sandra Bland when it happened in other situations, and rest in peace to anybody who lost their life to police brutality while we talking about it. But it happened to Toyin, like she had lost her life and it happened to be from another Black individual, but because she identifies as transgender but a woman, she's transgender but identifies as a woman, I seen a lot of homies not say shit, and that shit rubbed me wrong because I'm like, bro, you had the same energy across the board. Like, let's not be misogynistic, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So I just spoke up for that, and then Suki reached out to me.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Suki, what you got to say? Go ahead, take it, Suki.
I'm here for it. The biggest thing that I've always said is that if we're gonna say that Black Lives Matter, we need to make sure that we're covering all the bases. Our community is so amazing that we are all different. We're all into different things. We all do different stuff, and we offer a lot, despite whatever our sexual orientation is or whatever gender we identify with. We bring a lot to the community. And I think that what people forget about the LGBTQIA plus community is that a lot of slang that we use, a lot of fashion, a lot of things that we consume in the media are influenced by the LGBTQIA plus culture. Like we're taking that from them. The ball scene, yes, saying something that is fierce. That is gay lingo. Like that is, sometimes I just want to ask people, like, where did you think that you got that from? Like, where did that come from? So in identifying that, I always say you don't necessarily have to agree with the way that someone lives their life, but a loss is a loss on my end. If you are a Black person, whether you are trans, whether you are straight, whether you are gay, whether you're lesbian, whether you identify whatever, if you are Black, your life matters. You matter to me. And, my heart really does go out to anybody who's been brutally attacked and their life has been lost due to police brutality or at the hands of our own. So, I really do appreciate that more men are starting to speak up about that and identifying, calling people out. Like, yo, you're not speaking and making this conversation across the board. It's kind of sticking to one thing. Yeah. I mean, that even goes to Breonna Taylor. Like we talked about her not really getting too much traction, about what happened to her. And I'm so devastated that this is taking so long. But, sometimes the Black men consume the whole movement of like what it is that we're doing. We forget about these women that are gone too. Yeah. And we also forget about these, transgender women who are killed at the hands of like hate and other people as well. Like we just forget about that. And I think that we really need to do better with that. We really do.
Facts.
Absolutely. Yeah. Damn, I don't even know how to I totally agree with everything y'all said. Damn it.
You sound like you ain't do your work on a group project.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like, yeah, right. God damn, like, and now we on video. Typically in video, I can like try to like do some like research, but no, seriously though, I think that everything that is going on right now, and I'm not gonna go. I promise I won't go down the rabbit hole too much because I'll put my foil hat on and go way crazy. But I totally agree with everything y'all said. Oluwatoyin, even though we're gonna talk, we did touch on that on our Juneteenth episode. We did not release it because Suki and I are like kind of ahead of the game. So we've been like kind of like throwing mad shows at y'all. But we do absolutely have a show which we'll touch on. And if y'all want to hear that, maybe we'll drop it maybe like Monday while we're trying to figure everything out. But right. I do appreciate hearing an artist that that has this platform that is a great artist. Like literally, I went through your shit. I like the look. First of all, as a marketing person, a creative, like I like the look. You match it. The music is fire. Like it's gonna go a few songs will go on my slow jams playlist. So there's that. But let's transition over to your music, man. Let's talk about like a little bit like Ohio. Growing up in Ohio. If you said you're from Ohio, and like what led you to like right now.
Man, okay. I don't like you. I don't want to get too long-winded, so I kind of give you a condensed version of the story. So basically, yeah, I'm born and raised Elyria, Ohio. It's like 25 minutes from Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah. So you grew up there. Like, what you say?
I said Cleveland's a bad word for me.
Oh, that's a whole nother show. Listen. Yes, is it a whole nother show about that?
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
it. So I grew up there. I kind of like really fell in love with music like high school, like junior high into high school. I graduated high school 2008. So like I'm a product of like the MySpace era, man. Like that's that whole how we fell in love with music at that time is like probably one of the biggest things credited to why I fell in love and wanted to really pursue the artistry of it. So after like graduating, I went to the Air Force for 6 years. I was an intel analyst.
All right, thank you for your service.
Yeah, love. And then while I was in, I dealt with a lot of the stuff of being like token Black guy, 1 out of 200 in the office, or like having a higher end job in the military that they're not used to seeing, people that look like us in there. And I wasn't somebody who, I didn't play the game of like, I'm not going to be myself at work. I was myself all the time. So I did that. And I just kind of, I just, as I got closer to music, I wanted to go for my goal. 2017, I got out the military. I've been full-time with it since. I bounced around a little bit, was in LA, then was in New York. When COVID hit, came back home, decided to stay home. So I'm back in Ohio now.
All right. Well, I'm going to just say this real quick. If you're ever in Buffalo, that's where I'm from.
How is it up there?
I'm not there right now. I'm going back for my daughter's birthday, but Buffalo is Buffalo. You know, I don't want to make it too much about. You know, we'll talk about that. Like, I'll definitely hit you up off air, whatever. But like, no, so the COVID hit. Like, as an artist, like somebody that I actually like loves your craft and like, yo, I'm gonna make this shit happen. Like, I'm gonna make this shit pop. And then COVID hit. Like, what is it like? What are you doing to keep yourself ahead of the game? To keep yourself within the music and the head, and like what are you doing to keep your mind space creative?
So I'm one of them people who I produce and write all my own shit. So,
all right.
Yeah. So like the fact that I do that, like my ball didn't really stop too much because although things from just somewhat with the artists like doing events and shows stopped, I'm still producing, I'm still writing on projects for people, I'm mixing on projects for people. So I had that going, but like with my shit, I more so got creative with like, and I think Suki seen it when I dropped the production mix. So I had this idea, maybe like it's like a week and a half ago. I was listening to like a selection mix, and I was just like, it would be so cold if like, I'm like, what if I did mixes like to get unreleased music out, but like I don't know any producers that have their own music in it because they don't make their own music, and artists don't own the rights to their beats, so they don't really know how to do production mixes. So I was like, I'm gonna just do like a little radio show on some quick shit. I just did one. It was 21 minutes, and it did really well. So I'm just staying in people's face, man, from dropping music. I'm not selfish with it. I know a lot of artists are very like holding on to their shit, like, oh my God, I gotta save this to get back to touring. But like, I've been very vocal about the fact that like if you treating the industry the same way you were pre-COVID, like it's stupid. Like we're not going back to the way shit was for a long time. So you need to adapt and be ahead on some 2021 shit right now. Like period.
Yeah,
it's not going back. The days of big tour events, like bruh, end of the day, niggas don't trust a lot of people. It's just, it is what it is, and it's for a multitude of reasons. From what's going on with niggas being nasty outside, quick to get out, to black, white shit, and then some. So all being affected by it. It's not going backwards. Niggas need to move forward and stop trying to focus on shit that they think is forward moving, but it's really sideways shit.
True shit.
Shit.
That's some true shit. Well, just to let you know, you know, I had my music thing back in the day. So ever need a producer. I'm not the one anymore. I stepped away from that, but my old business partner is still making beats. He's constantly telling me to produce, but I tell him like my baby, aside from my actual child, is this goddamn podcast. So I really don't have the mental capacity to be able to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know that, you know what I'm saying? But I would link you up with him because like when the time, I mean, I would say this, my little brothers, they, you know, because I'm the old nigga now, my little brothers be like, you know, I always tell them the story that at one point in time when Drake was still local, we were number 2 to him, and you know, my music. And so I love to connect dope people, and I think maybe y'all could do something. I don't know if y'all will. If not,
when it makes sense, it always does. You feel me? Like it's one of them things. Like she reached out to me, that shit makes the minute she described out, what you need. She up again, same response, timely. I was with it. So if it makes sense, bro, like I'm always with it.
All right,
even if it's like any artists in here, like I'm one of them people. Like if you hit me and it makes sense, cool. Like,
all right, I'm with it. Let me ask you this: where's Ray Cash? Is he still?
So to my knowledge, I think he lives in Cleveland. I'm not sure, but I'm not somebody like I don't frequent Cleveland. But if I wanted to know, I could find out. Like,
if y'all don't know who Ray Cash is, Cash at one point in time, he had that song in my own fucking mind. God damn that song! Listen, I swear to God, just last year,
that's my feel though. Yeah.
What? So
it aged super well,
yeah, that shit, that, you know, and I went on his Instagram. I think he's still like doing like, you know, when you become an artist, whatever music you did, if you got your own publishing and you getting checks from it some type of way or something, or so you know, I was just acting like you mentioned Ohio. I'm like, oh shit, I have to ask this.
No, for sure.
You know. Yeah, man. So Suki, what you got some more questions? I know you got some shit.
Yeah, I know she got questions. Listen, you got me here. Ask what you need to ask. I'm not one of them people that, because like a lot of times when like niggas do interviews, they be like, "Don't ask me this, don't do that." Like, I see the kind of conversation we having. Let's keep it how it is.
Yeah.
Right. And to keep it a buck with you, we have had people that come on the show and I'm like, okay, so like I want you to be able to tell your story and I want you to be able to, you know, get whatever it is that you have. But then when you got all this stuff that we can't talk about, I'd be like, well, why are you here? I mean, you know, anybody who is listening to the show knows that I'm very transparent about dating, about my family. I've had my family on the show. My mom has been on the show, but I am. So I believe in, you know, connecting like with the audience, you know, podcasting, if you're doing it, I feel like the right way is a form of artistry. It's, you know, when it's superficial, you get like academics and all of that, you know, where niggas is running, trying to clout chase and all that shit. But when it's really about the people, like sometimes people use this movement and shit that's happening to try to gain momentum. We've been this way. Prior to anything that has ever happened, this is how we move. This is how we live our lives. Like we really, really, you know, we fuck with our own, and we're always going to support our own. So I guess one of the questions I had, I guess we could kick it to you on one of the topics that I had when you said people being nasty going outside. Have you guys seen anything about the Compound nightclub in Atlanta?
Oh yeah, I was talking about it last night. When I was in Atlanta last, I went to Compound. That's what's crazy. And I don't even do the club. I'm not even a club nigga, man. Like hold
on, what? Cause somebody fill me in. What the fuck is that?
I'll let you tell it. Whatever. Yeah,
I'll let you know because you're a guest. I'll let you tell it. You haven't had no
my perspective. So Compound is like normal nightclub. You feel me? Like bartenders, bottle girls, the whole nine. It's that kind of spot, right? Okay. So the area of Atlanta it's in, I want to say it's in Midtown area in Atlanta, which is like, you know what I'm saying? Like very like, that's like the spot where like you want to hit the dope black brunch, you go there. You feel me? Like that's what you know. Like that's what niggas know. Like that's where you go get the culture present day at its finest. Beautiful in Midtown type shit. So in Compound, they put a pool in there. Mind you, you see like foam party, like it was like a real pool, bro. Like floating pool. It was like 3 feet, but it was like the whole dance floor was the pool.
Oh, the entire thing is
the DJ's where the DJ normally is. And the shit just looked off because I'm like, one, it's still COVID season. Like COVID is very active and in full effect, my nigga. Like, I don't understand how niggas just want to be out. 2, I'm not going out with no damn mask on and a dress code. That sounds crazy. That's crazy. And you got paid.
You got a dress code too?
Every club got a dress code. So think about it. You got to adhere to normal club rules mid-COVID and wear a mask. I'm cool. I don't need to be there. That's disgusting. Then niggas was in a pool, like, and they were showing on Instagram, like, I'm talking about humping and shit. Niggas got girls here, the whole nine. I'm talking about going in, bro. Like,
wait. So what sent me was the captions under the videos. Every time the video changed on the story, it was like, "This is legendary." This is
yeah. Like you can see like people trying to like kind of go viral. It was like you could tell like some people went there and their intentions changed to like, oh, we can flip this into a moment because we don't got shit else to do.
Yeah,
it is great.
And it was kind of, I seen that shit and was like, bro, like niggas gonna nig, man. Like,
yeah.
So pretty much what you're saying is people, it's some new cases that popped up.
Gotta be, man. Gotta be.
Oh my, that's
no way. There's no way. That shit. I don't know who signed off on that. I don't think they knew. There's no way. You can't openly say like, oh, we got a pool in here too.
What it just came out. I did just see that the mayor of Atlanta just got COVID. Somebody
of Atlanta gotta be the mayor.
She's saying that she doesn't have any symptoms though.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
I
you
feel
saw COVID. The fuck.
like this coronavirus thing is turning into like The Walking Dead. Almost like I'm looking at people that I know and I'm like, yo, I feel like if you was bitten by a zombie, you wouldn't tell us. Like you wouldn't tell us.
We were just saying that. Like, yo,
And
somebody in the comments
yo, niggas ain't talking about that. Nobody being like, oh, you know what? I ain't gonna tell these niggas that was around me for the past 2 weeks. I got it. I'm gonna just chill out.
Hey, listen, I got someone like that too. Hey, he talking big boy. That's facts right there. Because I was saying it's like COVID became the new STD conversation. If we being honest, because Suki, you see, I see. Yup, we here. Yup, it done became that shit. And I'm like, no, you niggas will never tell it though. Niggas will never. How would somebody feel if they like, hey, I need you to get tested? STD and COVID. Here, like,
telling me.
Now,
anybody with that they
right. There was a case that a young lady just contracted. A young lady just contracted coronavirus in her vagina. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't say that.
I'm misreporting.
Yes,
it was through anal. It was through anal sex.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. I'm about to see if I can find the article. But the point that I'm trying to make is that we kind of asked, I think, on the show that we haven't aired yet, you know, would people introduce themselves to new sex partners, like, you know, now that this is all happening right now? And I would have to say maybe you should stick with your oldies but goodies. If that's good, I don't know. But I don't think that you should be incorporated.
Like your mother say, when they ain't the food you wanted, you better make it happen.
Yeah, no new work right now. Like I don't think it's a good move.
The thing
what do y'all think?
COVID is here and it's not leaving. And it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a minute before COVID is like the chicken pox. And when I say a minute, I mean for real. Like,
yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing that we can do. So all we can do is protect ourselves. Wear a fucking mask, wash your hands, and try to limit yourself from going out.
That's the one. Niggas need to chill at the crib, bro. Listen, niggas need to chill at the crib. If you wear a mask, it got double-sided effects. You can wear that shit, be protected, but it's also people popping up. CNN just listed a report. People coming up with respiratory fluid in their lungs from keeping that because they don't know how CO2 works. So it's like, bro, like if you're not educated, you're gonna go off what you think the best source said. And what's happening? Niggas need to stay at home, bro. And the reason why niggas won't stay at home, they want to go out so much, is because niggas care about all that I'm alive for the gram shit. Niggas don't love where they stay.
Or that
niggas don't love where they stay. They just want to go out and show you that they want you to love where they go, not where they stay. That's why I be at the house with it.
I feel you.
This shit. Listen, I don't trust these niggas, bro. Like, I can't tell what it is with certain white folks, and I'm half white, nigga. I'm white in my family, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my dad half white, my mom black, but yeah, like, I don't even trust that shit. Then it's hard to trust how niggas moving. Niggas move shifty. We see in business shit. I don't know if y'all got businesses, but niggas think black is discounted, nigga. Like, so I just don't trust niggas. So I'm gonna chill here, you know what I'm saying? And you know, be cool how I be cool. And I think niggas should do this thing. Establish your little shit because you see shit closing back up.
Florida and Texas definitely about to be walking dead.
Nigga, Florida reported 56 ICUs today.
Yes, it's getting
shut down to capacity. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Because niggas had to fly to Florida.
And niggas trying to go to Miami for the cheap though.
I feel them, bro. I get it.
I get it.
What?
Like, I'm not risking my life for a good time, and that was pre-COVID. Like, I wasn't doing it. So if y'all out here, I value my life. I got some things I'm still trying to do. I ain't really trying to be out here like that. I did see a lot of the biggest thing that I've seen recently is the people that are getting married. And you have these fucking bridezillas who are still pushing their fucking weddings. Like they want to push it. Like regardless, it's almost like we don't give a fuck if everybody dies. I'm having my wedding. And I think that is extremely selfish to make people travel, to make people show up and do all of these things. And as a bride or as a couple, you guys didn't try to maybe maneuver some shit around, to make it a safe space or to just hold off for a minute. You know what I mean? Like people are really pushing their events. They don't want to stand down.
It's so crazy. She said that.
No, go ahead.
That's. I was gonna say that's crazy because literally last week I found out my white cousin, is still pushing to have his wedding in Malibu in October.
Oh man!
And I'm like, damn,
in Malibu?
That's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. He work in the industry. But I'm just like, dang. I wanted to go, but she got me like,
Listen,
might be the token black there.
Listen, this is my whole thing. I said something like during the pandemic, I saw something that pretty much said like, there's difference from wanting to have the experience and wanting to share the experience. And a lot of people are getting caught up in wanting to share it more so than wanting to just live with it. And it's a fine line between that. For me, if I was about to get married and it was a pandemic, I would give my bride two options. My soon to be wife. I would listen. We can either wait this shit out, or we can just go right to the motherfucking city hall, have something real personal, and then when shit kind of gets we can have a reception. Because honestly, before that though, I know it sounds real cliche, but I want to do a destination.
Ditto.
Oh, I feel you.
Let's go. I want feet in the sand somewhere.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. A lot of these weddings that I've been to have been pure bullshit. Like where I'm just looking like
they care more about the walk down the aisle than the experience, bro. Like they just want people
say that shit. I'm with you. I am tired of going to events where people are putting on a performance. Like it is a joke.
It's like the rehearsal is like poor, nigga. Like I don't understand. I'm with him though. Like I'm the same way, bro. If it was me now, I'd be right with you. My shit don't have to be destination. I'm more so want my family to see a wedding done right the first time. Like my little brother dropped the ball, my nigga. Like I can't. I'm not going to. So I don't intend to. So yeah, I mean. However you see you want your day fit, but I just hope those people don't feel offended when other people respect their health over their needs or what they think their needs are. Exactly. And that's for them to live with. I'm gonna keep,
Right.
Yeah. Right. But I know, bro, like for real.
Yeah, I think that should really determine where your friendship is at that point, or even your connection with your family members. If you're so gung-ho on having this event with not thinking about the expense of others, and a lot of events we have our elders there, you know what I'm saying, who are high risk. And I just think that we have to look at what is this really worth it? You know what I'm saying? Even for myself, I was hosting something for my students, on Friday, and I really had to think about, how can this be safe? How can this be okay for them? So we have some things that we're putting in place here for Friday night, for them when they come through the door. But it is difficult, because you want to celebrate and you want to honor people.
I would have brought you some PPEs. I would have brought you some shit. I got a shitload of them in my crib at my job.
All the kids were gifted masks. A part of their senior package with their caps and gowns and everything. They've been wearing them. They've been active with all of that. My biggest thing was just I'm just I explained to my parents, if you don't feel comfortable having your kid come to this, I totally understand. And I didn't want other students to kind of make fun of someone else. You know what I'm saying? If they weren't able to come or the person didn't feel comfortable with it, just respect that's that person's wishes. That's kind of where I'm at right now. If somebody doesn't want to show up, you just have to respect that. That's just what it is. And at that.
Shit, I dig it. So Well, let's
Did you want
you know,
a scenario or topic? Because I have a scenario.
you want to go in the scenario? Hey, bro,
Yeah.
you want to stay around for the scenario, or you guys?
Yeah,
Alright.
bro.
So typically in the show, when we doing audio, I reset, give people time to like get this shit together, and we come back. But this is live. So
I am people.
you said what?
I be fucked up.
You said what? You said, Suki?
I said when you saying you tell people to get their shit together, it's usually me. I'm people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I let people reset. I switch up. Shout out to I always still got to do a shout out to Simmons and More podcast. A podcast that one of the first podcasts that been fucking with us since we started, and that was in what was that 28? We've been doing it since 2018, right? May? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been like supporting us and everything. So shout out to Simmons and More podcast. We will have some sponsors and stuff soon. But Suki, you got some scenarios. What you got, son? Come on now, pull up.
All right. So this scenario is, and I'm sorry, I'm reading. I got all the laptops open. I feel like
it's okay. You know the camera's on you right now. So go ahead.
I have asked my partner to change a couple of things about his behavior, like how he parties a lot, but he hasn't stopped any of them. I know he really loves me, so why isn't he making the necessary changes?
Hold on, read that one more time. You know I've been drinking the champagne, so it might be slow.
Okay. I have asked my partner to change a couple of things about his behavior. Mm-hmm. Specifically, he parties too much. But he hasn't stopped any, not just the party thing, but he hasn't stopped anything, like nothing. So,
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, okay. I know that he really loves me, so why hasn't he made the necessary changes? Yo, what up, bro? I see you in the comments. Hill, yo.
What up, Hill? So can I can I start with this one? Can I?
You need some more information, or you good?
No, I don't need any more information.
You belong to the streets.
Hey, yo. You about to belong to the street? Nigga, what's going on?
Weigh in, bro. Weigh in.
Come on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna let the guys go first. I'm gonna go last.
All right. I'm gonna keep mine as short as possible. So this is my thing. All right.
You had to pour another drink, right?
Look, so for a very long time, I didn't understand. Like, if you met me going out or whatever, you met me there, right? Not to say anything, not to say that this is right. I'm gonna be absent. I'm being very open now. Come on, I don't need the faces, Suki. Come on now, help me.
Okay, bro, I love you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. My bad.
Like being in this place where like I met you out, or I met you at a kickback or whatever, and we just had a good time and it was fun or whatever. And then now that when we started partying together, and then now like you don't want to party no more because you got what you needed, or not what you needed, but it's different for you now. I still like to go out. I go out because I like to go out. It has nothing to do with wanting to meet. Anybody will tell you, my niggas will tell you, like, seriously, Dolo don't go out to holler at people. I don't. I go out by myself. You know that.
Bro, I'm one of your niggas. I already know that. I know that you like to be out.
So if before COVID didn't come, my black ass all the way down. I'm good. But what I'm saying is, like, prior to that, yo, like, if it's a Friday and my homeboys, like the few homeboys I got out here, and they chilling and cooling and things, is like, nah, like everybody like, I don't know, my girl. I'm like, all right, cool. It's all good. I'm gonna go to my dispensary, and then I'm gonna go to the spot in DC, one of my favorite spots, and I'm gonna chill there. I'm gonna go there early, which is a no-no, but it's just me. So whatever. And I'm gonna lean up against the bar and get a drink. And then I'm gonna burn one on the patio. Like, I don't, like, that's it. If somebody try to holler at me, that's something different. But I go out not to holler at somebody. I go out because I need to get out. I'm an extrovert. I can only be in for so much. So understand this. Dating someone in this scenario, dating someone, whether that be a man talking to a woman talking to a man talking to a man, woman talking to a woman, whatever that may be. If how you meet them is how they will probably be. unless they wow. Like you met them, if they wow, like I mean, you taking that energy, but like I'm just like for me, honestly, like I just like to be out from time to time. Like I'm gonna go to the bar and have a drink by myself, watch the game. You know, that's just my alone time. And if other people join me, then so be it. That's just me. Go ahead, Suki. No, I'm sorry. My fault.
I was gonna let Tara go because I wanted all the guys to weigh in first. I go last.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Tara.
So before I weigh in, I just want to like recap the question again. So basically, the question is, she said, go. Yeah, I just let you read it again. Don't let me.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me go back to it. All right. So it says, I've asked my partner to change a couple things about his behavior. And so there's a couple of things that's the issue, but the main one is that he parties a lot, but he hasn't stopped any of them. So basically any of the things that were problematic, he hasn't stopped any of them. Specifically still the partying. I know that he really loves me. So why hasn't he made the necessary steps to make change?
Okay. All right. So before we dive into the second part of that, the first part of it, she said that he hasn't changed any of the things that are problematic, correct? Okay, none of those things have changed. So I'm gonna just give you perspective. So to support bro's claim, who's to say that he didn't change like 3 of the 4 and that one's not like the next to change? You know what I mean? Like he could still have his way of doing it and still be trying to bend to her. We just don't know the context. So that on the flip though, if she says it's a problem and you haven't changed it, if that's your lady, why you not trying to change something she don't deem as a problem, or at least trying to meet in the middle? You feel me? Like, so it's like if something's like she consider like, I know he loves me, but this is still problematic. Why hasn't he changed? If she can't even figure out why it's problematic, there ain't no way she gonna figure out the next 2. You feel me? She's still over here trying to solve this puzzle that she can't figure out because bro took it upon himself. Boom, but I don't know all the context. But I think that in this situation, I'm just gonna play myself. I used to be very like super like go out and shit. Right. Until I started to like immerse myself more in the music. So then I started being at home more and shit. And like from being home more, I just, you know, I kind of just like to be that way when the COVID boom. But I used to go out living in Vegas, and like I was going out all the time. So
Hold on, wait a second. You lived in Vegas?
For 5 the whole time I was in the military, I was in Vegas, bro.
My nigga, listen. I know y'all listen and y'all got questions, and we gonna talk about all y'all.
My biggest music buzz happened there.
Nigga. Yeah. I listen, so look, I work in the gambling industry. Okay. So every year they send us to Vegas.
Yeah, of course.
And I go to the gambling convention. My nigga, the first time I went to Vegas in 2018. When I tell you I did Vegas not like a normal person, because it was a company trying to get
this with money. I know, yeah.
Listen, I almost died in Vegas. I would never live in Vegas. So I feel as though I would
sleep. When you got money, you're not sleeping. I already know. I done been out there when I didn't have it, just in the military. Then I done been out there when I was in the military, but I was working at a studio there, like making so much a week, and then industry nights every week, 3 times a week. That was just going crazy. Like on what I'm gonna say is after all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about Vegas, bro.
We'll talk about Vegas. Go back to
but no, man, I honestly think like if she's raised the problem to be concerned and it comes from a genuine place and he chooses not to change it, that's on him. I'm not gonna sit here and say if going out to you is like he said, like a form of release and it's not problematic, let's get to what the problem is. So my thing that's good for and healthy for me isn't the problem for you. That should never be the problem for you. What's healthy for me and good for my energy should never be a problem for you. We need to communicate if we're talking about why we not on the same page about that. So I think that's the thing, like, but that's given it's a dude like him, because not every nigga is like that. They might make themselves to be like that. He's simply saying, like, I just like going out. Like, I like listening to music, getting my drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a drink while that's like me saying anything about related to weed is not far off if I'm smoking. So he's drinking right now. You feel me? And he's in his vibe. So it's like it's safe to assume he wants to do the same shit around some music and people watch, nigga. Like the fuck,
Right.
it's funny, man. Like when you don't do a bunch of goofy shit, you like seeing goofies, nigga. Like it's kind of hilarious sometimes on a Friday or Saturday. Like
It's fun.
after you grinded it out, I get that. But it's so if she's got a problem with you going out, let's pinpoint why that's the problem, and then solve that to make sure 2 and 3 don't have to occur. That's where I'm at with it.
So before Todd takes the show, kick me off because clearly no, bro, you're speaking shit way better than I can. It's gonna be.
I'm just giving you my perspective, bro. Like
you want some real shit. So as the woman on this show,
oh yeah, please go in.
How do you feel about this?
I'm sitting up for it.
Well, let me get my drink.
She about to go.
So I'm gonna just say this. I mean, if you listen to the show, you know that I've dated a variety of niggas, right?
Of niggas?
So
not men, niggas. Niggas.
She made sure to keep that under the black umbrella too. She funny. She funny.
Yes. Yes. No. Y'all know how I feel about the pink thing. Ain't happening.
All right.
So, I just want to put it out there. I love and appreciate, respect, and value men. I don't care. That's where I'm at right now. I want black ass kids, black ass husband. That's where I'm at. Period.
Cute air horn.
Yeah. I would say this. I'm a person that looks at people's behavior patterns, and I think that if you want to understand your partner and their behavior patterns, I think that you'll understand that there's something bigger going on sometimes than just the basic, like what's right in front of you. Mm-hmm. So I think like my issue in my relationship sometimes where I think things have failed is like I'm very direct. And I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm going to ask the uncomfortable conversation. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. So what I don't like is that people do foul shit and then want to come around you and they act like it didn't happen, or like we didn't, have a little rift, or we didn't have an issue. Now, I'm not a person who want to keep the shit going, because I don't want to keep shit going. Like, I want to be able to have a disagreement. You hungry? Let's go eat, or let's go out, and it's over. You know what I'm saying? So I think that you might need to ask some questions, or maybe like for me, I like to go out. I love basketball. Everybody kind of knows that when basketball season is happening, whether it's on a college or a professional level, sometimes I don't watch the game at home. I like to go watch the game out at the bar. Yeah. So for myself, being a sociable woman, I can't really relate to the party thing. I did have a period of time where I was partying a lot and I was going out. Now that I'm older, it's kind of, it's winding down. However, I do still believe in partying, but now I want to party for a purpose. So if you're getting married, if you have a promotion, if we're celebrating your life or whatever, now it's like it has to be a purpose. I ain't just going to pull up off the humble, But now my friends, like, it's kind of shifted. We like game nights, chill shit, you know what I'm saying? Real, like, kickbacks instead of a party. But maybe you should, like, ask them, like, can you go out with them one time? I also am a big believer in I need my identity outside of my partner. So, like, that's important to me as well. And that's important that my partner, he can maintain his identity outside of me. Like, we're together, but I want you to be able to. My partner has his own identity outside of me, and I have my own identity outside of him.
That, honestly, I never heard of it like that. That was some bar. Like, that's some real shit.
So things that you into, like, I could speak specifically to a guy that I was interested at one point. There were things that he was into that, I might have found to be kind of strange or weird, but that's his identity outside of me. And a part of in me feeling you or caring about you or saying that I love you, I'm going to seek interest in these things that you like and try to understand what it is that you're into. Like that's important. So why, if your dude is saying that he likes to go out, he want to kick it and shit, why not one night you say, yo, like on Friday, what do you think about us going out together? Now, a real man, because I don't want to keep using the word nigga because I know it's kind of derogatory, but a real man is not going to hesitate to bring his lady out with him for company, right? especially when you cool, you chill, you laid back, whatever. So maybe ask, like, can you accompany him? Like, can you go with him? Can I go check out the spot that you hit sometimes? And you may find that's a fun date night.
Whoa, wait a minute. If we do that, you want to go there?
My only thing with that is
niggas be shooting and everything.
See, my only thing.
Now that right there, because I've dated the hood nigga, right? That you out there doing wild shit, right? So now when I said a man is going to take you out, a real man is also not going to jeopardize your safety. So if there is something that's going on that is not safe and in the environment, I've had guys tell me like, babe, this is just a guy thing. This is not, this ain't that kind of thing. I don't think it's safe or whatever like that. You look, all I'm gonna say is this, ladies, trust your intuition, be open, communicate and actively listen while you're communicating. Because some of y'all just want to talk at a nigga. You don't want to hear him either. You gotta do both. So it's like, but like, no, you have to also actively listen. So it's like, you don't necessarily have to change, but I will say this, when you're in a relationship, things do shift, right?
Absolutely.
Things do
totally
change.
Agree.
There are people that I'm close to that are in relationships and I don't see them a lot and we don't hang out all the time as much as we used to because it's kind of shifted. However, I don't knock that. Now, my friends that are in relationships and I don't see you at all up until the nigga done stole your car or he do something crazy, then it's like, oh, girl, come help me. I need help. I was like, no, baby, keep that same energy. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Ask them to go.
All right. My only thing about that is it could come off insecure if the basis of it is like, nah, I don't believe what you're saying, and boom, and it's like, all right, don't nobody want to go to the club with anybody insecure, nigga, girl, homie, sister, no one next to him on some insecure shit. That's the Debbie Downer the whole night.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
So we not doing that. But I do feel you though, like if it is problematic and she deems it problematic, if a woman had the intuition of like, let me just ask, like if you feel like you would feel more than qualified at that point to ask and have valid reasons why, ask. And if the nigga stumble, I mean, boom, like it is what it is. Yeah, you that's valid too. I just think you got to know the basis of the question,
So and one of the most important things before we go on to the next thing.
We're not gonna go on to the next one. We got to touch on these comments first, and then.
I've been reading the comments, man.
Before we go to the comments, I just want to say this. If at any point, fuck what all of us are saying, right? If at any point you feel like, the love that you need is not being served at your table, please get the fuck up and go. Like, sometimes y'all be dragging shit out. Like, like it's the arguing, the fussing, and all of that. And if you feel like somebody's not meeting your needs, I feel like this. I'm going to give a man a conversation, right? Because I believe that everybody deserves a conversation to at least know what it is that I'm having an issue with, right? So if after we have revisited this, we've talked about it, you said that there's going to be some change, or I said I feel uncomfortable, and we are like solution oriented, because I don't like just being a woman that complains and we don't have a solution to what it is that we're going to do. So I want to come up with a solution. I want to get over it, and I want to go get some wings because I don't feel like fighting with you. So like after we resolve it and we move forward, and then I realize that you backpedal back into the same thing, people are showing you what time it is. A lot of people show you what time it is, and y'all still continue to deal with them, and you don't walk away. So I've been guilty of doing it too, like where I'm trying to stay with somebody in hope that they change, and it don't matter how freaky you are, how pretty you are, how handsome you are, how much money you have. If a person doesn't feel inspired to show up in a relationship the way that they should, they're not going to do it.
Listen, I feel that one in my soul, bro. That one right there, because it's so true. Like you can't be betting off potential, bro. Like I done fallen. So that's the biggest L's I ever took in my life.
I think honestly
potential and not where niggas really was at.
Yeah.
Right.
I think a lot of us do that. I think
seeing shit out of love because we want love.
I think as speaking for men, I think we all do that. I think we get caught up in potential, and for men could possibly mean superficial. And so,
or for men, the more taboo could mean happiness, my nigga. Like niggas get caught up in that shit
don't
too.
take my job, nigga. Come on,
Damn, bro. Like,
give me something.
I'm just saying that's a conversation in itself, man. Like,
I like
absolutely.
absolutely.
But yeah, man. Like, he's so right. Like, niggas do that shit, man, and it's unfortunate because niggas deserve better and they sabotage. So, all
right, so let's go into some of these things.
Yeah, pull them up.
Let's go to some topics, and then like anytime, bro. If you gotta leave, let us know, and you know what I'm saying.
I'm at the crib, man. You're good.
All right, I just I gotta listen. I'm trying to I'm producing and recording everything. I'm trying to.
Good.
All right,
why you look like your name Miss Griggs from Computer Lab class? Where you look at the screen.
Come back. All right.
Comments good, man.
Suki, don't do that to me right now. I've been drinking this goddamn champagne. Come on, man.
We're gonna start arguing again like later.
Cash. All right, first of all. All right, so we're gonna go with the first comment that I've seen that has something to do with what we were talking about. And it's from Mama Davis.
All right, Mama. So Mommy says, sometimes you can show the person better than you can tell them. Be consistent in what you expect and be true to the consequences. Okay, Ma. Yeah, that part.
No, that second. The be consistent in what you expect. Oh boy.
Yes.
That's wisdom right there.
Yeah. My mother's a real nigga.
That's so great. Be consistent in what you expect. Bro.
Right.
I totally agree. I think a lot of people I'm gonna be absolutely transparent. You know, I only give a few transparency moments. And don't do that. And for me, I think that a lot of people, or the times that I've been in a thing, they get caught up in that moment. But once that moment dies, it's like, okay, like I'm over that. You're going out again, or you're like, it was fun going out. I don't want to go out this Friday or this Saturday. Like I do, or whatever. And this is based off of what, like, I don't go out like that anymore. I'm old now. I'm an old nigga. I got a lot of gray hair. But at one point in time, like that was a thing. So just like, I'm not dropping dick off. I'm literally just trying to buy a drink. Like I literally just want to go out and have a drink.
Now, let me just say this as a woman out of the group here. Okay. There are niggas out here that are giving out the community penis to everybody.
They the FedEx is dropping the dick off.
They not even dropping it off. It's almost like you could sign up like a free rec program.
You said they got an org? You said they got an org.
Shit, man. Everybody. Yeah.
It's like EBT. Everybody get one. Everybody getting it.
Everybody, you want dick? All right, come on. What you got?
Somebody. So I hope nobody felt offended. That's crazy.
Nobody will feel offended. Not on this podcast. They won't.
Niggas need to feel okay getting EBT. You ain't gotta feel crazy.
I like EBT.
Let's go to the next one. Next one.
No one said, Danielle, you write like my kids, but all right. So I'm like, what the hell? I'm like,
don't do that. Don't stop it.
That's funny.
But I know she does it to be quick. Like she doesn't. No one said you can't go out, but you have to calm it down when you're in a relationship, especially if y'all live together. Yeah, because we know mama.
If you live together, that's a whole other thing. That's different. Listen, and as a nigga, listen, we've said this on multiple shows. You gotta ask on Monday. But you don't really ask. You be like, yo, so someone said they're gonna go out and shit. Yeah, he trying to go out for Friday. Even though Friday pull up.
No, what relationships have you been in? No, bro. Hell no. I don't. What scheduling? Asking to do something that I want to do for my end, bro.
Listen.
When I want because it's understood, dog. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Listen is fire. No, listen. I'm telling you, this is something.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen. I put money.
Remember the days, boy.
Listen. It's cheaper to keep her. What old head said, it's cheaper to keep her, and they also said, and on Martin,
it's cheaper to keep her though.
A young fool is an old fool, and I'm gonna tell you one thing that it may not seem like you're asking, or you feel like you're asking, but you're just letting them know that you want to go out. However, the woman in a relationship that
you communication, yeah, for sure,
bro. But for me, years ago, I'd be like, so Friday, my niggas, and
that's not even transparent. That's why you got to know, nigga. Like, shoot the shot, niggas used to be.
It was the equivalent of me going to asking if I could spend a night on Friday.
When I was awkward asking, like, so
yo,
be like, yo, can I go out on Friday? I want to go out on Friday.
I'm not asking you. No, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you what I'm about to do. I'm telling you that on Friday I have plans. We gonna link. Now I'm the type of woman that when I'm dating somebody, I take my nigga with me. I don't care, because you know what? If I fuck with you, I believe in being in good company. Now, granted, there's sometimes where it's girls' night or it's something separate where you can't be a part. But like, if I really fuck with you, I'm gonna drag his ass with me, because we gonna go together because we have a good time together. So I'm gonna say, look, check this out. Friday, we try and go watch the game. Do you want to go watch the game on Friday, or do you have other plans? Because if not, we just gonna go our own way. We'll link back up later on. Now, the problem is when you live with somebody, you can't be walking up in the house at 4 a.m.
So I love to ask this question. Suki, I want you to find another topic, because we can't get all of these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. We can't get all of it. But I want to ask y'all comments, right? I'm going to ask y'all. You can start with it, y'all. I'm going to ask this. What's the latest? If you've ever been in a relationship, what's the latest you've ever been home in a relationship?
11 a.m.
Holy shit!
No, it definitely depends on who I was with at the time.
I said the latest, not who you were with.
What's the longest? Like we both in the same city.
No, don't do that. Not all this.
No, I gotta ask. Like, okay, do we live together? Are we in the same location, bro? Like, I have to know that. Huh?
You do. Y'all live together.
Okay, we live in the same location. Oh man, probably.
No, baby. No, baby. Hold on. The same space. The same space.
Oh yeah, we live together. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh no. She's with me, man. Yeah, she's with me, man.
All right. So what's
my girl? We do the same shit, bro. Like, we like a lot of the same shit. Like, I'm not really a club nigga, so anything I fuck with on some out shit, I want her with me anyway. She's my nigga. And I was gonna say, but it's because I was gonna say a lot of people that's in relationships ain't friends with their partners, bro. And that's what I could tell by this. The way that niggas is going with it, it's like I can't connect because like she really my nigga, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. So it's like
totally. I see the hand. Look, I totally did this. So look, I'm gonna ask this question again though. In every relationship, in any relationship you ever in any relationship you've been in, that if you lived with someone, and if you didn't, that's fine. Let's keep it to live with one first. And if you only got like one with that, then we'll go to being in the same state with somebody. And then if you don't got that, then the other shit. But what's the last
I got you.
And came home?
I got you. Living with somebody, the latest I got home was probably like 7, 8 in Vegas.
In the morning?
Vegas. Yeah, because the club closed at 4. We hit the after hours. I fell asleep somewhere. I'm sorry. You know how I get.
Was she with you though?
It's happened both times. So like I've been with her and we got home at like 6 a.m. type. But then I done been like not with her and shit just got crazy because I had niggas in town. You feel me?
Yeah, right, true. So that's the.
But like, I'm gonna be honest though, like my MO was never like on some player shit. Like my MO was never like.
You just got
hold on, but like think about it, like, and this sounds so dog nigga to say, but I can say it from a place of growth. Like, who gonna cheat on their partner? Like, why they partner there? Like, that don't even make sense. Like, it's like nigga catch me.
Unless that's how y'all get down like that.
I mean, yeah, I can't connect it. I'm just saying, like niggas, but like if it's a nigga in here that's getting over, who's gonna hear this and feel me? Like. If you're a getting over ass nigga, you're smooth with your shit. It's never gonna be close to home.
That part.
It's not.
It's not.
And that's growth shit. And like my girl right here ain't hearing me saying this, bro. Like, and it's like, but it's growth shit. You feel me? Like
goddamn right.
Okay,
Yeah.
bullshit.
This growth shit, bro. Like,
I saw.
yeah. But the longest I ever been out. Yeah, she right here. Yeah, bam.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Somebody say for me in the comments. Excuse me. 11 a.m. Oh, that relationship is DOA. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. I always tell a motherfucker, you don't want to play with me because the way that I play back,
But
you ain't gonna.
I got a question. Is the question like how long have you been out with no communication? Because I be talking. Like I'm the type of nigga like, yo, we out. Like I ain't skipping steps, nigga.
No.
Hold on.
So are you saying like just no communication? How long I've been?
Listen.
Okay, hold on. Let me
Can I-
address the communication nigga, right? Because I'm gonna tell y'all about that one because he be trying it.
Okay.
I dated somebody that used to say all the time they would go out all the time and then be like, I want to come home. This boring. It's not even fun. It's not. I'm like, yo, you don't have to gas.
I feel that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You don't gotta gas. Like, yo, you don't gotta gas it like to make me feel like.
I know it. I'm saying like checking in. Like was I what were we talking to tonight, or was it like? Nigga, I just went out and I'm not like you don't even know what type of time I'm on. Latest it's ever been, no nothing, 8 a.m. and I didn't give a shit.
I went MIA till 11 a.m. and it was because the night before he had came home at 8:30 in the morning. And I was like,
you get it off.
And I didn't go nowhere. I just went over to my homegirl house. I stayed over there.
I hope you hit Waffle House too. I was gonna be like, yeah.
We went and got breakfast. Like we was cooling out. But I was just like, like, bye.
So what you're saying is you just did that just to be out. Like your plan was.
Yeah, man. What? I was getting all the energy off. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What about you? How long? What's the latest you been?
Oh shit! For me, 5 a.m. and it was not what y'all think. I don't know.
I ain't never lived with somebody and that's crazy. I don't want
for me, and I was living with someone. I left out. All right.
Oh, you wow.
Huh? What happened?
You wow.
Yeah, I was
like the sun came up.
Yeah, I was trying to. You ever seen Bram Stoker's Dracula?
No.
You haven't? Okay, you haven't. So look that movie up. It's a part of the movie where they're trying to race the sun. Nigga, that was me.
Oh, nigga, okay.
Nigga, the sun was
he was on his little kid street light shit. I feel him. Okay.
Like little baby, nigga. I'm driving crazy. Nigga. Whoo. I didn't came out. Boy. I was so fucked up. I was so drunk. I had to and the time was like, okay, it's still dark. I had to pee, but I couldn't make it into the house because you never go into the bathroom. Any man that's on here, you never run into if you're with a woman and you're together and you late, you never run to the bathroom when you come in the house and y'all
yeah, that's all.
I had to pee. That's all I had to do. Now, mind you, I didn't do anything with anyone. I just got really fucked up with my homies and we went to a late night after hours food spot and we just had a good time.
Yeah.
It was all bad. It was.
You ain't hit her though. I got that.
I mean, come on. Why you gotta? Okay, you know what?
No, I mean, I'm not going here. Nigga, I just want to know. I can tell you the reason why I ain't hit up. I'm just was it that lit? You was like, nigga, I'm in this moment right now. Was it that?
I didn't. You was probably asleep. You know.
Shit, that's when you send a text.
Don't do that. Don't
say. I know. I feel you. That's a conversation too, though. That's crazy.
She probably was asleep, but I didn't do anything. I was out. I was
asleep. I thought you would sleep.
I thought you was asleep, and I really mean that.
Sometimes that shit really implied, but sometimes it sounds so crazy.
Because of the TV shows that have happened, because of all the shit that's happened about black men or just men coming home late, I look horrible. I did nothing that night. And did I get it? Oh my God. And check this out. This is what happened. This was a long time ago, but I remember coming back. I remember coming home and sitting down, laying down. And then this is what happened. You know, when it's dark, you go and you just lay down. You just got to be quiet. I'm not hopping in the shower because that's how you get a fight. I will lay down in that motherfucking bed on the top of the
That's barbaric.
You're not laying in bed with them wet nuts. night, you better go to get in the shower. You can't get in this bed.
You got to at least acknowledge the person first, bro. Like, hey, I'm about to go take this shower. It was crazy.
This is what happened. No, it's nothing being believed. It's nothing being believed. You just see a glow from the phone. Look at the time, and then they put it down. You like, fuck.
Oh yeah, that's like go put this bitch.
And that was my 5 a.m. situation, and I've learned my lesson from there.
I'm sure that probably lingered for a bit too.
It didn't. She never like brought it up. She just
that's even more scary.
She just was here with me. Just saying that.
That's even more scary. The fact that she played it cool. That's like, oh nigga, you really got it. Yep. Lesson learned.
It was so bad.
I feel you. Yeah.
Hold on. Somebody said
that's an I declare war move. I feel
exactly, baby. 11 a.m. I see tomorrow.
I ain't gonna cap because like if me and her on good terms, and she just out till 11, and that's not the norm, nigga. Like, oh yeah, I feel her.
That's the thing. Like, I don't have a problem if you out late because I know if we on good terms. Like, I trust you.
So why does anybody need to be out that late though?
11 a.m. in Vegas?
Hold on. 11 a.m. in Vegas is different than 11 a.m. in Buffalo.
Have you ever been to DC?
Of course.
Wait, if you don't get the fuck, what are you talking about?
No, listen. 11 a.m. in Vegas. When the club lasts till 7 a.m. type shit, ain't as bad as 11 a.m. in like a Midwest city where the club closed last drink at 1:30. That's like okay. What was you doing for 9 hours type shit?
Now, I'm gonna say this.
The DJ, especially if you can burn. Come on now, don't do that. If you can burn.
No, all I'm saying is the time is the same. I'm just saying the perspective is different. It is. I'm just saying the perspective is different, bro.
Okay, so clearly I'm a dog. And clearly,
I'm just saying, think about it. Like,
and I appreciate what you guys are telling me.
I'm just saying, bro, think about it. If you say I came home at 7 a.m. and you in Brooklyn, nigga, it ain't as crazy as I'm in Indiana. I got home at 7 a.m. Nigga, the club closed at 1:30, really, and there ain't nothing open. What was you doing? You have no option. You was at a big house, my nigga. Like, as to if you in Buffalo, you got places to go.
Hold on, I see a puppy. I'm assuming I'm being called a dog right now.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
What you say, Suki?
He's talking about in the comments.
Yeah, I'm in the comment, bro. Like, yeah. I'm just saying time is perspective. Like, the time stuff is different, bro. Like, because I'm just saying 7 a.m. in a big city is not 7 a.m. in a small city nightlife where the city closes by a certain time. You know what I'm saying? So the speculation, like her as a woman, like the speculation is going to be different if she knows, like, bro, there's only 2 restaurants open and you can only eat at one. Like, you know what I mean? Versus, okay, he's probably really out somewhere. I'm just pissed because I can't get a hold of him. You know,
I remember I DJ'd a club, got in trouble, but everybody is different. And there's that. We're not gonna go into that. Anyway, so listen, we got any more topics, Suki? Can we get into it so we shut it down? What we got, Suki? We got
the last thing that I want to end on before we go, because we are
gonna end it on the positive.
Well, this one is kind of funny because I think it's fucking funny. So,
right, let's go.
We always talk about, white people are figuring out if you haven't gotten those messages yet in your IG DMs or your text messages, how can I help? What can I do? How can I be an ally? I want to stand with you.
Good voice, by the way. Great voice.
Yeah, because that's what it sounds like in my DMs when I hear it. It's fucking annoying. So I'm just like, we're talking about being allies, right? And this is for anybody who is a non-person of color that's on the line right now. Beep, toot. So if you are trying to be an ally, I don't need you to stand with me for being a black man or woman, right? I need you to go talk to your fucking racist coworkers, your family members, your neighbors.
Fucking word.
Go ahead and send that way. Go be an ally in that respect. It's not enough to be an ally to tell me that you love me. I need you to go talk to your family. I need you to go have conversations with your husband. I need you to go, talk to your kids, raise your kids the right way. So this particular young lady here was arrested because she threw a mocktail at the NYPD and blamed it on Black Lives Matter and another Black protester. When it was all found out that her brother gave her these bottles to be able to do it. He couldn't make it to the protest, but she lied on the entire situation.
She was white?
So now, yes, her name is Samantha Shader.
Okay.
And she threw a mocktail at the NYPD van full of cops at a George Floyd protest. And this was recently. So she was oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
She was
looking at the comments.
She was a upstate woman claimed a trio of Black strangers made her do it.
Okay. Go ahead, Ty. You touch on it.
So I'm trying to gauge it first. So she threw it and then blamed it on, like, tried to like basically put the blame on the movement and the like rioting or wildness around the protest. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much what she said was that there was a trio of Black strangers that made her throw it. She was caught on tape throwing the mocktail. She was, but she said that she was approached on the street and given a bottle by a Black male who was with a group, in a group with one other Black male and another Black woman. She even described the group, saying that the man who handed her the bottle was a thicker man with skinny dreads of different colors.
Okay.
The other man was smaller and wore a hat, and the woman was thin with a poofy hair and a ponytail. So she stated that the man who handed her the bottle told her that they were going to prove, that they felt that she was going to prove a point. She stated that she felt important at the time, and she took the bottle because she was the only white person in the area. But it came to find out after investigation that she was lying.
So he was lying about that whole part about the conversation.
She brought all that shit with her on her own.
Okay, that bitch is crazy. I'm sorry, I have to say bitch in this instance. And if I said it previous, I apologize. But in this specific
no, we don't say bitch. What do we say? We say bitch, and then we say Suki. Yeah.
Okay,
you're fine.
I like that. Okay, cool. I'm rolling. So that's so conniving. Like, how can you think? Like, how does someone think to that degree of manipulation? Like, that speaks to how much racism really exists in that woman, and that is bad. That's ugly. Like, the fact that you could get it to the pinpointed of we had a conversation and they told me, that is so believable. Like, I was ready to give her a pass until you told me she was lying. Low key, because I can kind of see the logic in like a white woman around like Black men of bigger stature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 6'4". Like, if it's 3 of me or the homies, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they see that and she's like, peer pressure. They said, throw it. Bro, like, she could be really scared for her life and throw that. So the fact that you could lie to that, like, that detail, that specific is sick, man. Like, that's crazy. It might be the worst one I've heard as far as making things up.
Let me throw this little bit out here. Something that we talked about on the previous episodes. The bird watching gentleman that was Black and the white woman that she got caught up on falsifying police reports. So they're accusing her, but he won't go and testify against her. How do you guys feel about that? I know what I mean.
He won't testify against a white woman.
Yeah, that he literally
Cooper.
Yeah, that he literally video recorded her and all that. And I, Suki, I've already played devil's advocate in that because I can tell you.
Okay, with the dog. Okay,
I can look at my comments right now.
I remember what you're talking about now. Okay,
I can look at my comments right now and see and know a few people that if y'all had y'all dog if y'all chilling, y'all cool with y'all dog, and I don't mean your homeboy, but like your actual animal, and y'all in a park, right? And let me take my leash off your dog. I'm gonna give y'all that. Let me take a leash off the dog, and then a white person comes up to you and say, "You don't have a leash. You don't have a leash." What the fuck y'all gonna say? Get the fuck out of my goddamn face before I beat you.
Absolutely. That's light, depending on the day I had.
What? So hear me out. So now what we're doing? We're going from the back. Who said that? That's a lie? I don't know if she's talking about what I said.
No, that's not about what you said.
It's delayed. It's delayed. So So now, after that happened, he was trying to bird watch, and he was just video recording this white woman that did it. He just started white peopling. She did what she did. Yeah. Not all of them do it, but she started doing it now. She's gotten caught up. She definitely got caught up on falsifying police reports because she called 911 and for no reason lied and said that person was about to attack her, and she was literally choking her dog. So now, fast forward to present day. Now, the guy, she's been caught up on falsified reports. Right. They looking at her like, "Yo, you're in. You're like, you about to deal with some shit." And now he like, "I don't want to. I'm not gonna come up.
You don't want to get involved.
I don't want to get involved."
Okay.
So now we protected this black man. Yeah. We said what we said.
Yeah.
Remember what I said in the beginning about this divide, and I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm not going to give my advice. Okay. But remember, we said all these things about protecting black men. I haven't said it, but we need to protect black women.
Oh, absolutely.
So now, where are we now with this? Because he didn't finish through with putting a nail in the coffin. How do y'all feel? I want Suki to go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you want to go first?
Suki, please.
Okay. So I just have this feeling, and this is something that Todd said earlier that kind of stuck with me when he was talking about his work experience in the military. Mm-hmm. People are afraid to show up as their real selves as Black people, which is terrible. We try to manipulate our hair, the way we speak, the way we act, the things that we're interested in, and all of this stuff to center whiteness. And quite frankly, the space that I'm in right now is fuck y'all. Like, I'm not going to minimize myself to make you feel more comfortable in any setting, whether that's professional, social, whatever. I'm not going to, like, in me bigging myself up and saying, there's Black Girl Magic, there's a shirt that I have where it says Black Nerds Unite, right? And every time I wear that shirt, I get into like a verbal confrontation with a white person, which is like really weird because they're like, what about white nerds? And I'm like, well, what the fuck about y'all? What about you? Like, because the whole world is centered on you all, right? So if at this point in me bigging up myself or telling my child that their Blackness is beautiful or encouraging someone else to be their best selves, why is that so threatening to white people? Why is that a problem? So I'm not minimizing myself. I feel like sometimes people try to protect white people. It's almost like having an abuser, that Stockholm syndrome. Like, you allow them to disrespect you and abuse you, but then at the same time, you want to try to protect them because I don't want no trouble, boss. It's that kind of thing. I don't want no trouble. How many times have you faced a microaggression at work and you didn't want to speak up because you thought it was going to start some shit? You know what I mean? We go through it all the time. Or when we're mistreated at a department store and it's like, man, fuck it, we just gonna dip. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna get into it. We're gonna leave, when you probably really should speak up and say something. I'm a person where, like, y'all need to start making the time to make your voice heard. Stop allowing people to push you out of spaces and be a Black man or woman and come and take up space. Fuck that. That's where I'm at. Take up space.
True. What you think, homie?
She made a lot of valid points. I love how she touched on the fact that, like, when it comes to, dumbing down your, like, professionalism should not be the way you are.
You got some ice? Can you give me some ice?
The way you're built. It shouldn't be your moral ethics standards, but when you're a person of color, it has to be edited. It's never edited for white folks.
That's good. And
it's just one of those things. Like, I see people conform. I'm with her. Like, I can play. I'm not a fan of playing the game, but I am a fan of projecting my best self. And if my best self isn't for your company, job, title, space, that's the reason why I push entrepreneurship, because I hate having that debate with everybody. I hate when it comes to that head up, but because you're intimidated by somebody Black who could probably do it better, or probably help you, or could potentially be of representation to whatever we talking about at the time, I'm not worthy. So it's one of those things where I feel her on that. My stance on the situation, man, I think it's fucked up, man. Like, as a Black man right now, you knew what you risked when you picked your phone up and stay. You knew like just the way that the culture works now in 2020, and you know how as Black people we went through the bullshit with Jussie with the falsification of that. So to involve yourself, it's like signing a waiver of consent that this could go viral. So when it did, you've involved yourself now. You know what I'm saying? You've become a part of this. Own that shit. And own that shit and understand what you stand for with your role in this, my boy. Like, that's how I feel. So the fact that now you want to tail tuck, I can't connect to that. I don't stand by it. No respect there. Not at all. Not at all. And it's another win over there, as we know. It is what it is. And it sucked that it's like that. I hope you have a change of heart, whether for good reason or trying to appropriate. But real ones who gonna pay attention and not forget this in 6 months, gonna dub him.
That part.
Yeah. we don't hashtag it. We remember the names, you know, like. Yeah.
So we at the tail end of the show. Let's get into a few of the comments before we close out, Suki. So because we said typically, I know, homie, yo, before you jumped on this live, like the previous past 2 weeks, it was wild. We was doing IG live and it was demon time, and I was like Jada last week. I was wild. Like I was
sad.
It was all different. But we get in some, like, people telling us to get to the comments. So let's talk about a few of the comments. Suki, you see anything you want to touch on? I'm gonna leave it up to you because I guess a lot of them.
I don't know why
Can you see them or you can't? Let me know.
Yeah, you just pull one, whatever. I don't, you know. All right, probably see it.
Is that a old prior to? Is that it was a lot?
Yeah, that's old.
All right, don't worry about it. Maybe we don't have any more comments. Maybe I'm behind. I've been drinking. This bottle of champagne is over.
No, they were saying refer to the comments when we was deep in that discussion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
I do
right now, yeah. We could, yeah, fuck it.
I showed up to the crib one time at 5 a.m. on some mistake shit. Nigga, how was that a mistake? Never again.
Hold on. Bro got a suit on.
Got lost.
Bro got a suit on. You know he followed the rules. I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. And don't let it have been a Sunday. Oh yeah. I feel you, bro.
Listen.
Yo. Sunday, like, what are you doing? What's going on? Because ain't that no.
Listen, while we are finishing up, can I please get some emojis? You know I like the emojis. Let me get some of them drink emojis. I wanna y'all know I done switched over to Maker's Mark.
I just noticed I'm like, damn, this shit Maker's Mark, he about to have a night.
So
we all done over here. You see, like we done put a hurting in that.
I finished the campaign. I've done all. I'm in the club section by myself like a weirdo, trying to prove I can't prove.
I'd rather be by myself in the club than with like 5 dudes.
It depends. This could be like your friends.
No, gotta be a woman in the mix. Sorry, nah.
You don't. So okay, that's that's interesting. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna put the camera on you though, but let me ask you this. So why you don't believe, you don't like do the club? I know
you too, bro. I used to go so crazy for it, and it would be like me and like two or three homies, but like, nah, it's just not my thing no more, dog. The whole scene corny. Like everybody out there searching for something. Everybody out there searching to fill some void for the night, bro. Like I don't live that way no more. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to fill a void. So like, and I'm not single. So it's like, bro, what is like? I'll go, but if I go, I'm like, man, come with me. I want to kick it with you anyway. We be kicking it.
I respect.
We in this section with it. It ain't your bad. It's just not everybody. It ain't your bad because not everybody knows or connects to that. You only connect to what you know, dog. So it's like if you didn't know what it's like to have, if you had that, you wouldn't be going to the club on that type of time. Like you wouldn't have to because you my nigga. Let's go. You feel me? You wouldn't have to go by yourself.
So I dig that. And
if my nigga made R&B songs, right, I would be like, look, just play the shit. You know what I'm saying? You can sing to me a little bit. Then you go out.
She's wild. Okay, she's wild. She's balanced. She's balanced.
I'm like,
I'm like, you know what? I'm tripping.
Crazy.
So
I got a
it's crazy.
So for me, like I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm just speaking from my perspective.
No, absolutely.
I've been where you at. Like, know this. Like,
I party by myself more so than I party with my homeboys. And my homeboy, like I'm like they call me Dolo for a reason. I got that shit in high school. That's
one deep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really go out like with people. So the people that's around me are the people that I literally consider my brothers. Like that's just how I am. I don't like being around a lot of people. And a lot of people that's in my space.
Bro, it's dope that you got them.
Like
it's dope that you got that. Like me, I had a form of that in over the years. It's dope that you still have it. So like you have to channel it. You know,
that's how I feel. Like I just like if my homeboys, like we're gonna have a show next week, but it's gonna be audio. That was paused. That was weird when I did that. We have audio joint. Don't do that. You know? And my homeboys, they're gonna be in town. We're gonna do an audio joint, and it's like I got a select few of people that's in my circle because
man,
you know how it is, man.
Absolutely, bro. Like mine we all just dispersed, but when we was all together, very much that's the most I ever went out. Like
you know. But I need them emojis. I don't see no emojis. No, I don't see none.
Need them emojis.
Nobody's.
I think everybody's not drinking. It's kind of early. You know, they don't.
Oh no. I see a bottle. It just populated kind of quick. Hazel blowing. I feel you. That was me.
Yeah, Hazel's always having an industry part.
Yo, she blow heavy. Yeah, she be blowing.
I sent emoji Slim.
Christine with it. You on Christine? She on the probably on the Henny Punch. Is Juju
you already
around?
Henny Punch like she made it. She made it at the crib where she goes to a spot and drinks it.
No, she makes it, and this shit is fire. Our previous episode, we had an episode. Was that the episode I didn't release, Suki?
That was the episode that we haven't released yet. If we could get you some time and send it to you, your girl, we will.
I was gonna ask. He said he from Buffalo. Where you at?
I'm from Jersey, but I live in Baltimore now.
Yeah, and I live in out right outside of DC. Like so.
Everybody from DC revealing themselves lately. That DC VA revealing themselves lately. I'm here for this. It's black. I love it. Yeah.
Agree. Okay, so it's a lot of smoke. And quit playing, man. No, I see you looking, bro. Like you in the backstage looking.
Hold on, Dolo, real quick. Is it a way that we could add Ant to the chat?
1, 2, 3. I think we can.
You
ready? I can see you. They can't see you. And you want to jump on? Yeah, just give me a head nod. Don't do that, nigga. Let me see if I can do it. If it's weird, just let me know. I don't know.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh. Hey, making point.
Good. I was about to call y'all out on Instagram. I've been backstage for like 2 hours.
I was telling you, nigga.
You just said something. I told him.
Backstage is for the guests. He been in literally. I've been watching him.
I didn't drink this whole bottle of wine. What's good?
Listen, shout out to Ann with the Xbox.
Look, I definitely was about to tag y'all like when you waiting backstage and they ignoring you.
Oh man.
If y'all don't know, Ant he was one of our first guests. He was the one on the episode that got really popular when we brought on Shauna and the massage therapist. That he told us some wild stories and yeah. And you don't call him masseuse.
And he does not massage like what y'all see in them nasty ass videos on Instagram where they be rubbing on the butt and shit.
Half of them niggas be in their apartment, don't know what the fuck they doing.
Oh yeah. That's
you know what I'm
saying? Let me clarify my comment real quick.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
About me showing up at 5 a.m.
All right.
So me and the fellas left Power Plant. We was in front of this was years ago. This was like 2011.
It had to be the spot. If y'all all react like that, it had to be the joint.
Yeah, this was before Power Plant, racial profiling. I stopped banging with them.
No, but 2011 was like a very good club era, man.
We was in front of my boy Quinn house. It was me, Quinn, my boy Vic. We all chit chatting. It's like 2:30 in the morning. We talking. Next thing you know, the sun is coming up, and I'm like, "Shit, I've been at my girl house."
Niggas had their life convo. I feel you.
You feel me? So it was one of those like, if I don't show up, I'm a piece of shit, and if I show up, I'm in trouble still. So
you just gotta eat that one, bro.
You just gotta eat that.
You ain't know there's because like
I never showed up that late.
She probably really believed you too. She probably really was like, you know what, you probably did have that conversation, but I still don't care. Honestly, you probably believe, bro. Like
exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because she hit me with the look. I'm gonna let you in, but don't you ever bring your ass here this late again. And I couldn't even argue. I was just like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna make no excuses.
I didn't have that same conversation when I walked in at 11 a.m. This nigga was on a game, like in the living room, and he gave me the parent look, like, and
but
I was like, hey.
His ass probably knew he couldn't say shit because he was on that bullshit the night before.
That's it. Otherwise, the game would have turned off.
Yeah.
Yup. Niggas really care that turn the game off. They're just like,
He'd have been just like this. Where the fuck you been at?
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody would have heard it on the and all that. Yup.
So look, I know. Right. I know the reason why I gotta end it because Suki got to get ready. She's on another show tonight, be it digitally. So what you say, Suki?
It's on Instagram. I'm on Focus TV tonight, my nigga. Gang.
Promote that before we close out. Promote it before we close out, my nigga.
Hold up.
Somebody, So
are they talking about me? Somebody said you had a whole suit in your photo. Are they talking about me?
Oh, he see the comment.
I said it about you. He said you had a whole suit on, so you follow the rules. So we had to bring you.
Oh yeah, that was I was at a wedding in that picture. This
good nigga.
This YouTube account going way back.
So look, Suki. So look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna close out how we always close out. But before we close out, I want to thank the people that's coming on. So, we gotta start with Ant because he was the last person that came on. Yo, Ant, bro, you saw my text. We're gonna talk about that. I really wanna, if you can devote some time. We trying to build, we're growing. So,
Oh, most definitely.
We're gonna try to figure something out, and especially with your background. So we appreciate you for it. I'm sorry that listen, and how I looked at, I just thought you got the wrong link, my nigga. You was I saw you, I could see everybody that's in the backstage.
Nah, Dom explained to me where it was supposed to be.
So that's my fault.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I still rock with y'all. They ain't gonna change.
Put a drink emoji. We're gonna take the shot before we leave out of here. But I appreciate you for coming on, and I'm gonna move you out of the group, but it's not disrespectfully. I'm just trying to do it so it can end with Suki and I, all right? And then we're gonna just keep moving, all right?
Ain't no problem.
I appreciate you for jumping on, homie.
Thank you.
All right. So next, Todd, bro, the shit was a vibe, son.
Most definitely.
Love.
Before you leave out, I want you to again promote your music. I want you to give us that, and I want you to tell us just in brief, like what's the next thing that we need to be looking out for you.
Got you. So
hold up.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The shit goes on. Shit goes on. Okay. If you trying to get sexual with your man, whatever you into, you know what I'm saying? It's
Suki
lit.
turning this shit into demon time, bro. Last 2 weeks we've been on demon time. Suki, relax. So play his music.
Love, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Like, contrary to popular belief, like a lot of people do not hit me to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate y'all. Let me come on y'all platform and really just vibe, man. I love it. See, I've been here the whole time, man. It's been a vibe the whole time.
Cool.
So, love to that. But yeah, at Todzak Jr., TODDZACKJR on all platforms. Y'all should probably be on the lookout. I think I want to drop a project, man. I don't know if it's gonna be end of this month, beginning of August, but it's gonna happen. I just want to give people some stuff. I'm sitting on a lot. I want to give people stuff. I'm dropping production mixes, so I drop those as podcasts. So if you go to my link in my bio on Instagram, Twitter, you'll see all of it. Music, current, the mix link to Spotify, iTunes, all that. I'm giving everybody a bunch of stuff, man.
Let's work. I haven't said that in so long.
Oh yeah,
bro.
Hit me. No, hit me. I'm in the loop with y'all now. Like this.
Yeah. I like the vibe. You got a good vibe, and I really want to hook you, like link you with my literally just the other day. It's a cat out here from Philly, but he live in DC.
For sure.
And the music, he literally just posted some new music, a freestyle over our beats, our old beats.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the matter is our beats is still consistent. I'll say our beats, nigga.
Hold on. Did you see my mother's comment about our live show last week when we said about August Alsina being Jada Pinkett little brother? And so my mother said, "Can Todd be her little brother?" I'm sorry.
All right, hey, listen, don't walk down the alley, brother. Don't do it. Don't do it. Give us your app, brother. Listen, give us your
app. Zach Jr., Twitter, Instagram, all that, man. Hit me, man. Y'all don't be Hollywood. I like to talk to people when it's about good shit to talk about. If it's negative, I'm probably not gonna rock with you. Yup, but yeah.
All right, so look,
appreciate y'all, man.
We definitely appreciate you. I will definitely hit you up.
Hit me whatever.
Hit you up. Let's try to. Any type of thing you want to promote, you want to come back on the show. You are now family, son.
Love.
Know that
for sure. Man.
And we will play that shit. You just, we don't play that shit. So like, hey, we got you.
Love. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
Y'all be easy.
I'm gonna bring you off of this shit. I don't want you to.
No, you good? Go ahead.
But this is my shit, though. This is my shit. Oh.
All right.
Crazy. We gonna talk about that song. Hit me.
All right.
All right, bro.
He's going to my wedding.
All right, so let's take the shot, Suki. Anybody that's in here, can y'all please drop one of those things? We about to end this show because Suki got another show. Suki busy. She booked and busy.
Not even.
Booked and busy, nigga. I didn't even know you had a show. You didn't even tell me that shit. I saw it on Instagram. I said, oh.
I think what happened was
take this over into a late night thing, and everybody's we gonna carry it over to IG and all that. But no, it's all good. I don't want to see nobody black ass anyway.
I mean, we can always go on after that show.
Nope, I'm over it. But no, promote where you're gonna be tonight. If anybody on IG.
Oh damn! I drank all my drink. Shit. So real quick, Focus TV is with my homeboy named Ray. It's on IG. He has featured a whole bunch of different people, kind of similar to what we do here. But his thing is mainly focused on health and wellness. So tonight I'm talking about protecting and standing up for Black women. There's supposed to be a series of questions for me. I'm not sure like what that looks like, but I'm just going to kind of walk into that and do the thing. Dolo will also be on the show coming up soon.
I got it.
I mean, you my man's $100,000, so you already know I gotta.
So I will be on his show next week, Wednesday, when I get back in town. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but I'm good at like just going off for the fly. We're gonna talk about that like probably around Monday. Shout out to Ray.
He has a double show, so he was gonna log on tonight, but he couldn't because he has something going on right now.
I dig it. Thank you for the baby bottles and the drinks. All right, Oaks. All right, Danny. I know Aunt drinking. I already know Aunt drinking.
Thank you, Shantae.
I know Mama Carrie, she on it. Let's take this shot before we close. Are you ready?
Yeah. Ooh.
Let's do that.
Good show, my nigga.
Ooh.
What's in the baby bottle? Lean?
Yep.
Woo!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh!
How's everybody doing tonight?
Close out.
So, Suki, what have you learned from this episode?
I have learned, you know what? We have an amazing support system, and I'm gonna take it there. Like, I appreciate y'all. Y'all show up for us. I can't explain enough how much I love y'all, and that y'all encourage us to keep going. And even when sometimes this looks like it may not be working, I don't know. I don't know. Without being too emotional, I'm dead ass. Like the support is real, and that's the only way that shit like this is gonna pop off. If like we support each other. So we always reposting businesses and brands and all of that shit like that
Repost
because
us. Please repost us.
right, reciprocate the favor.
Reciprocate us, and that's all we ask for, man. But that's a whole nother story for another time. We will continue to build this up. I got a lot of things planned for this show. I've been saying that for a very long time. As y'all can see, we are growing and we're doing things. So share this. You will be able to see this on YouTube. This won't be one of the things that we got too fucked up on and we hit it. We're gonna share this. It will be available on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud if you guys don't want to see our pretty faces.
Right.
We appreciate y'all. The things that I've learned from this episode is the one thing I have learned is that I'm not gonna say one thing I was gonna say because I think that would be not cool. One thing I learned from I'll keep it real PC. I think the one thing I have learned is that
come on, keep it all the way 100.
Nah. We'll talk about that later. Relax. It's not Where's Waldo. This is the Japanese thing. It's the thing. Don't do that. I don't like, your energy is off. The comments, they playing me. But the things that I learned a lot from this episode. I always learn from every episode. But one of the things is that I really appreciate that people took the time. We've been recording for 2 hours and people took the time out to watch us, whether it's on TV. Niggas don't, and I really appreciate that because Suki and I, which y'all may think, we really go ham on this. Like we really take our time. Like Suki and I have been talking about this show since 12 p.m. We've had multiple FaceTimes, multiple lighting checks, multiple audio checks, and we really like this is really Suki's baby. This is really my baby. But like I said, Suki is the star in this shit. I'm just trying to ride her coattails. Eventually, we're gonna bring somebody else on here, and I'm gonna just be in the back. I really want to do more background shit. Like I want to come on every now and again, man. That's my thing. But that's it. With that being said, Suki, this has been
Never Black Podcast for your black ass. Shake some ass, Danielle, because I know she always twerking.
I am Dolo and
I'm Suki, and we love y'all and we appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
And y'all see our Instagram and everything. And I always end it with stay dope. We love y'all. Thank you.
Peace, 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 peace.